Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm going to show you one of the newest prefab homes that's available all over North America. Last summer, I talked about a company on the West Coast building a line of prefab homes with a West Coast look, and people seemed very interested in what they're doing. The video ended up being one of my most popular to date. However, to be completely honest, there was a bit of pushback on pricing in the comments. A tale as old as time. Well, here we are a little over 6 months later, and they've answered the call with a new model that's more affordable, a trait that usually increases activity on the like button for the YouTube algorithm. The company I'm talking about is Orca LGS with their new model called the LITE Pod. Orca LGS is a prefab home builder located on the west coast of Canada that'll deliver homes all over North America. As the name suggests, they build with light gauge steel, which gives them the unique ability to build and deliver homes in a couple different ways. They can deliver a home that's been built at one of their existing decentralized factories, or if there's enough interest, they'll deliver the manufacturing to the job site. What I mean by that is they'll send out their equipment and do a full-on pop-up factory wherever the homes are needed. I was able to check out a development that they had been hired to build out from front to back, and it was fascinating to be able to see the pop-up factory running in real life. The way it works is they set up a factory to produce the light gauge steel studs right at the job site, then build out the development as they go. If you're sitting there thinking, wait a minute, isn't this just on-site construction? In a way, yes, but I look at it as more of a hybrid. Where things get interesting is they can build homes for other locations in their decentralized factory, which gives them the ability to fully utilize the workforce and the pop-up factory. What I like about this is it gives people in remote areas the opportunity to save on shipping by manufacturing at or near the site. They don't need a lot of space to set up their equipment, and the fact that it's mobile gives them a lot of flexibility. One of the downsides is you either have to be a developer, order a bunch of homes yourself, or find a group of people who also want to buy a home to justify a pop-up factory near your location. It's a really cool option, but unfortunately they aren't going to pop up a factory on your property to build a single home. You could just wait until they're popping up relatively close to your location and get an order in, or just pay the shipping, same as you would with any other company. When I talked to Rob from Orca last summer, he was very convincing on their approach.
Do you have any plans to do more of a stationary factory in the future?
No. No, definitely not. Like I said before, my background is logistics and manufacturing, and I have not seen a manufacturing concept yet that is better than the pop-up factory, or what I call decentralized manufacturing. So big centralized manufacturing, I think it's very high capex, it's very high overhead, it's very inflexible. It can't deal with the peaks and troughs of demand. You know, COVID hit and you've got a big overhead, what happens to your business? Orca's pop-up and decentralized approach, I can scale it up, scale it down to suit demand, and from a commercial point of view, I think that's unbeatable.
There you have it.
To get your hands on a home from Orca, they've broken their process down into 5 steps. Step 1 is a discovery call to discuss needs and preferences. Step 2 is design and quote. Step 3 is initiate building permit process. Step 4 is construction of the pod while site prep is happening. And step 5 is delivery and installation. They had a line of 8 prefab homes listed on their website, ranging in size from 375 square feet up to 960 square feet, one of which I have been in. The model from the line that I've been in is called the Sandpiper, which is 418 square feet, so comparable in size to the LITE Pod. At the end of this video, after everything has been considered and compared, I'm interested to hear which one people like better. The Sandpiper is a 418 square foot studio with the kitchen on the end, living room, bedroom in the middle, and bathroom on the other end. It's been a while since I was in it, but I remember thinking the bathroom of all areas felt incredibly spacious. Not sure why that stood out to me. It must have been very spacious. Like very. The kitchen is up against the opposite wall of the bathroom, meaning the entire middle section is open, and there was room for a small dining table. Is kind of nice. It has an exterior that I think is going to be tough to beat. You've got your modern look with a shed roof, you've got your metal siding, you've got your glass door, and on and on and on we go. Having the ability to fully open up the front is a big flex for any home, and I think it's a cool feature given the right climate. Not sure if it's one of those things that looks awesome and gets used a lot in theory, or if it actually gets used a lot. Likely going to be different in every situation. I like the West Coast look throughout all their models, but now they've added a little something different with their LITE pod. Let's check it out. The new addition to bring a little more affordability to the Orca line is known as the LITE pod, and from what I understand, it can go anywhere in North America. It has dimensions of 14 by 32, giving it a footprint of 392 square feet, in which they fit 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. The description says, built upon the principles of affordability and uncompromising quality, our new ADU combines cutting-edge design with practical functionality, all while maintaining a sharp focus on delivering unparalleled value. By utilizing our proprietary light gauge steel system and optimizing the design, we've been able to eliminate unnecessary waste, putting money back in our clients' pockets. Now we're talking, okay? A couple extra bucks in the old coin purse sounds lovely. The exterior of the LITE pod has a similar look to some of the other homes available from Orca. However, there are a few subtle differences. First, no shed roof. The LITE pod has a peaked roof with a covered porch, and it gives it a different look, almost more of a cottage vibe. Second minor change is the material used on the exterior is different as well. If you dig into the spec sheet, you'll see that the siding is James Hardie smooth panel board in charcoal or light gray with a cedarwood accent. The accent comes with either a natural stain or tan stain, so a couple different exterior color choices to be made. For windows, they've got one on either end with a sliding glass door on the front and 2 more windows on either side of the home. The standout feature on this exterior is definitely the front end with the covered porch, as it should be. Gotta have the look dialed in for curb appeal. I like the exterior, it has a great cottage look, but where the design really shines is on the interior. Again, the footprint of this unit is 392 square feet, so many have probably already guessed that it's a studio, just like the Sandpiper. And they would be wrong. Believe it or not, they've taken the 392 square feet and designed it in such a way that there's a living room, bathroom, kitchen, and fully separate bedroom. The way the plan is set up, you enter through the sliding glass door on the front directly into the living room. The living room has dimensions of 12 by 10, just a little over 120 square feet. The bathroom is directly off the living room and has a shower, sink, and toilet. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel with this bathroom, and I think that's probably a good idea. Although, I am always shocked that the bidet hasn't picked up more traction yet. Just think about what we're doing here. On the other side of the home, they've got a galley kitchen that's 7 feet long by 7 feet wide, most of the width taken up by cabinets and other kitchen stuff. Keep in mind, I haven't been inside the LITE pod yet, so I can't comment on what it actually feels like to get up in this thing, but until that happens, we're just gonna have to make do. The kitchen has a 2-burner cooktop, fridge, sink, and what looks to be a dishwasher. For people interested in and looking for the counter space required to be able to whip up proper adult style meals, you've got it on either side of the sink and between the cooktop and the fridge. I don't know if that's enough space because the programs I'm running simply can't be considered adult style. They just can't. The bedroom access is through the kitchen, which I don't mind even a little bit. I like to graze, and passing through the kitchen on my way to and from the bedroom would increase the opportunities to deck into a few snacks. The bedroom has a closet to store a few clothes, and down in the corner it isn't noted, but I'm thinking maybe that's a spot for a stacking washer dryer. I'm very interested to hear feedback on this one. Even though they aren't direct competitors, I'm wondering which people are leaning towards, the Sandpiper or the LITE pod. Personally, I like the exterior of the Sandpiper and the interior of the LITE pod. Helpful, I know. Even though I haven't been in the LITE pod, it seems to me it would be the better option for full-time living, and the Sandpiper would be the better choice for a weekend getaway or a short-term rental. Just my thoughts. Before I wrap this thing up, I am going to get into their pricing, but keep in mind prices can and usually do change, but will be accurate at the time of posting this video. The LITE pod starts at $148,000 and the Sandpiper starts at $198,000. Keep in mind those prices are in Canadian dollars, so I'll put the USD conversion somewhere on the screen for everyone watching from south of the border, which is a lot of you. The conversion will be accurate at the time of editing the video, so it'll be inaccurate by the time it posts, but at least you get some idea. Orca LGS is a prefab home builder located on the West Coast that has announced a more affordable prefab home. Historically, they've been a popular option on the channel, so I'm interested to hear feedback on their new model. Orca has been on my radar for a while now, and they keep coming out with new offerings, so I will be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.